guys? Spencer here. Welcome to the channel. This channel, as it says in the description, is all about track and field and everything running related. We're going to do shoe reviews, race vlogs, all kinds of stuff like that. So if you are interested in the more informal, funny videos and vlogs and all kinds of fun stuff, check out my other channel at Spencer the Sith TV. But here it is more formal. I am a Division I track and field athlete, and today I really thought it would be a good day, first debut video of a shoe review video of the really popular super shoe, the Vaporfly. I know the Alphafly, there's a new Alphafly that came out. It's really popular that all the marathon guys are running. Well, I'm not a marathoner, but I'm not a sprinter. So you guess what I am. I'm a distance runner, middle distance. Really, I do anything from the 800 all the way up to the 5K. That's where I ran in high school, and now in college I'm more up into the real distance, like mile, 5K area, 3K. But yeah, so let's check out these three shoes. First, we got the Vaporfly Next and Vaporfly. These guys retailed for $250. 187 grams, drop was 8 millimeters, forefoot stack height was 32 millimeters, heel stack height was 40 millimeters. Now the Vaporfly 2 is very similar to the Vaporfly except for the weight. This came in at 196 grams, the drop is 8 millimeters, forefoot stack height is 32 millimeters, and the heel stack height is 40 millimeters. The Vaporfly 3 is by far the least firm out of these three shoes. It weighs 185 grams, 8 millimeter drop, forefoot stack height 32 millimeters, and the heel stack height is 40 millimeters. Alright, so that's all the information about the basic info about the shoes when you're making a decision for which one to buy. But here are my real personal preferences on which shoe is best. So here we got the original Nike Vaporfly Next and Vaporfly. I got this for Christmas about 3 or 4 years ago when it was released. It's really good. I mean, it's light, it's nimble. I would say it's one of the more firmer shoes than the other two, just because for half marathons or like any really fast long tempo on the road, that's where this shoe shines. The upper is really the key difference between the Vaporfly 2 and the Next and original, because the upper is the exact same material as the rest of the shoe here. So again, it's super light, it's really good. If you're looking to do a half marathon, this is, well, at the time, this was like the greatest half marathon shoe you could get, or even full marathon, or 10 miler, or anything like that. Like this shoe is pretty revolutionary. I think it was released right before the Alphafly. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, this shoe right here. Yeah, it's super rare now. I mean, there's honestly better options to get than this right now. You're not going to find this for under $200, even on StockX or GOAT. Yeah, no, this shoe is super rare. It's old now, but back in the day, it was really my favorite in high school to work out in and run races for sure. Moving on to the Nike Vaporfly Next and Vaporfly 2, right here. This shoe right here. This is very similar to the Next and Vaporfly, the original one, just because, I mean, the outsole is pretty much the exact same. The midsole's a little different, but yeah, I mean, really similar to the original one. This is just a little upgraded version. The real thing, the big difference that people have noticed is the upper. See that upper right there? It's mesh. It's breathable mesh, just like the rest of the shoe, right there. So it's breathable, and it's a lot different material than the one. It really snugs your feet like your the top of your feet, and just feels better when racing. So it's super really nice for that. Again, same probably race type as the Vaporfly 1. It's really good for half marathons, maybe even full marathons, 10-mile races. You could do a 5K in this, honestly, but I preferred it to like a 10-mile really fast, like tempo run, or 8-mile run, or something really fast where I want to be going like sub 5-minute pace or ripping some really fast Ks in. So yeah, this shoe is really, really, really one of a kind. It's rare again. It's super hard to get. I've looked on StockX or GOAT. I mean, I don't think you can get it unless you're a size 15, you're not going to get it under at least, I would say, including fees. You could probably get it for just under $200, depending on what size you are, but it's super rare, and this shoe is a little newer than the original of its competitor. But yeah, this came out, I think, in 2021, 2022. This one was really new. But yeah, really similar. These two shoes are super similar in the midsole, outsole. Only significant difference is the upper. So if you're looking for a half marathon racing shoe, definitely go with the Nike Next Percent 2, Vaporfly. And now for our third and final shoe of the day, the Nike Vaporfly Next Percent 3. Now this shoe is really fresh. Here we go. Look at it. This is about, I don't know, maybe 300 miles or so on it, maybe 250 or so. Yeah, I used it. I got this a few months ago. I used it for cross country, the end of it, the big time, and a little bit of the indoor season. But the biggest difference on this shoe is the waffle outsole. You see, it's like waffle, and like it's super light. It's definitely the lightest out of the three shoes. But I mean, see, look at the comparison between the bottoms here. I mean, you have that and this. So, yeah, this shoe is definitely the lightest out of the three. I would say this is one step. This is really, if you're a marathoner or you're a pure distance runner, an aerobic distance runner, this or the Alpha Fly is your go-to. These two shoes, I would say, are much more firm than this. This shines for really more aerobic things, like if you're doing Ks or miles at threshold, this really is the go-to. It's super easy to get. I think it's like, I mean, everyone's selling it. There's plenty of availability on this. I mean, this is way easier to get than the Dragonfly or any other super shoe. I mean, this is one of the easiest, most fresh in our mind shoes to get for super shoes at this point. So everyone's wearing these. These are kind of the thing right now. I really enjoyed running on it. Probably could still work out in a little bit more, but honestly, it's not the most durable thing in the world. Like, I don't know if any of you guys would have this problem, but this right here fell apart. It ripped apart on my other shoe in this pair. So, yeah, I mean, it's not the most durable thing in the world, but it is a really, really good shoe for those long distance cross country. You could probably run an 8K for cross country in this. I mean, this is definitely super durable. Well, it's not durable actually that much at all, but it's really good for distance. I wouldn't do anything shorter than the 3K in this shoe, just because it's really soft and cushioned as opposed to the other two. So this is fast, but it can do really any distance, all the way up to the marathon. It really can. Now, after comparing these three shoes, really it's personal preference. Which one is the best for what? Depends on what race you're running, what you're training for. Personally, for me, this outdoor season, if I had to pick one of these 3 shoes for what I'm trying to do and the kind of runner I am and how I like to land every step, I would have to go with the Nike Vaporfly Next Percent 2. Just because, few reasons. One, it's firm, okay? It's firm on the road, it's firm on the track, and it's explosive. It's an explosive shoe. I have had by far the least amount of experience running in this shoe. This shoe I've had the least amount of experience running in. So that says a lot for picking this as my favorite out of these 3. I've had the most experience running in this shoe, the Vaporfly Next Percent. I've had it for a long time. This shoe is done. I've had it for a long time. I've done so much work in it. But yeah, so I've done the most amount of running in this, done the second most in this, and definitely the least amount of running in this. But the reason why I still pick this one is because this shoe that I've done the most running in, right here, I loved it. I loved every time I ran in it. I really, really liked it. I felt like I got the miles in, I got my pace the way I wanted to run. I had really successful sessions with it. But the biggest difference between these 2 shoes is the upper. And the upper honestly isn't that big of a deal for me. It's just a snug, it's just different material. I mean, this material here is the same material as this, and this material is the same material as that. So this upper is just a little more breathable than this one, but that's the biggest difference. But in terms of lightweight, this shoe is by far the lightest. This shoe is these 2 are pretty much identical in lightness, but in weight. But yeah, this one is the lightest. I mean, this one's like nothing. It's like spikes without the spike. So yeah, this one I would go with just for me personally because it's firm, it's fast, and it helps with the middle distance to distance. This one I wouldn't pick for me just because it's long distance. If you want to be a half marathon marathoner, I would definitely go with this one. It's the easiest to get your hands on now, so I would just use this for any long session you do. I mean, it's really handy and it'll serve you well. But that is it for this video. If you liked it, please consider like and subscribing. I will have plenty more videos on super shoes. Again, I don't have a pair of Alpha Flies. If I do get one, I'll make sure to do a review video for that. But yeah, I mean, if you're, again, just to recap, if you're a middle distance, I would go with one of these 2. Probably this one because it's just much easier to get. This one, again, is super rare. Like I said, it's really old now, and there's honestly better, more upgraded options from it. But if you're looking to do the 5K, 10K only, like no miles or shorter things this outdoor season or for track, get this shoe, for sure. Thank you guys so much. Please drop in the comments what you thought of this video. Think about how I can improve on my review videos. And I'm stoked for this outdoor season, and hopefully you guys are too. See you next time.